Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 3. Actually, we start week 3 on Monday, so you've got 2 more days to complete the tasks. So wherever you're coming from, whether you're watching the recording or in the live stream or right here, you can add in the chat box how you're doing and where you're coming from today. Maybe it's different from where you came from last time. So this presentation will not be long. And when I'm done talking about what's coming up in week 3, you'll get a chance to open up your mics and videos, and then we'll have a personal chat. And then I'll stop the streaming. Those of you that are here will also get a chance to get a certificate of attendance if you stay to the very end. So I see it's morning in some parts of the world, such as in Argentina, also in North America, in Toronto specifically. So feel free to add where you are and maybe how the weather is. So we're going to get started. There's some new things happening. As you know, technology, specifically AI tools, change as we speak, and things are changing very, very fast. 2 weeks ago, we didn't have, for example, talks on our smartphones from ChatGPT. Now we can have a conversation at our level in a few languages, not only in English, on ChatGPT for, completely free, but only on a smartphone. It doesn't happen on a desktop. So that's something new. And there's also a new research tool called Answer This, which is also a new addition to the many AI tools that are available for research. So if you're looking at this slide, this is what I expect in the very near future. I know there are developments in humanoids, robots such as, maybe not exactly this one, but robots for the classroom, for businesses. They're already available for manufacturing. So why not for the classroom? The QR code on the left is the presentation, and the one on the right, if you want to connect on LinkedIn and contact me, that's fine too. So lots of thinking as you're working on the AI tools. I'm sure you're thinking about what is happening. What is happening to me as I use AI tools? Last week, you used it for storytelling and images, and you're coming up with stories based on images and so on. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the fact that AI tools are doing things for you? Are you managing to keep up? What about your identity? How do you feel about you? Are you going through some changes? Are thoughts coming up? I'm sure they are. And you can add them in the chat. You can also start an open forum in the course on this topic of what's happening to me as I let AI do a lot of the work for me. Am I happy about it? Yes. Am I concerned about it? Maybe. So, oh my gosh, it's early in some parts of the world. I realize that. All right. So good morning. Very good morning to all of you. So these are the thoughts that go through my mind as I use the tools, and I use them on a regular basis. I try to explore as much as I can as I teach students at a university in Greece and online elsewhere, because this is happening digitally. It's online. It's not in the classroom. we don't have robots in the classroom yet. So we're not able to chat with them. So it's all online. A little bit about me here. And I used DID to introduce myself. Hi there. My name is Nelly Deutsch, and I have a doctorate in education, curriculum, and instruction. I have taught EFL in the K-12 and higher education sector for over 40 years, and I have applied computer-assisted language learning, or CALS, since 1992, which means that I've been using computers in my classes. I offer free online professional development programs on emerging and innovative technologies through Integrating Technology, Moodle for Teachers, Moodle site to educators worldwide. I combine learner autonomy and exploratory video, peer-based learning with technology and mindfulness. Yes, I'm also a mindfulness practitioner. I was the past chair of TESOL Call IS and faculty at the Immersive Technologies IMT MSc program on a Moodle learning environment at a university in Greece. So as you can see, that's DID, and I highly recommend that you try it because it gives you a chance to add a photo of yourself, as I did. Add your audio by recording yourself directly from the site, from DID, and then it turns it into a video. The smile is not the same, and they are working on it, and I'm sure they'll perfect it as we go. So what's ahead in week 3? Week 3 is actually a continuation of week 1, where you were introduced to most of these tools. The only new thing that's been added is in the hosting platforms, and that's free Moodle. For those, and this is completely new, for those of you that use Moodle at your university or would like to use Moodle on your own, this is completely free. It's a chance to create courses, and of course to add the content of this particular course and your activities to the Moodle site. You can also download, of course, the content of this course and add it to your Moodle. So the Moodle is called actually Moo, M-O-O, and the ending is D-I-Y. So this is a capture of what is there on the site. Notice the green, it'll turn green. If there's a do or you have to do something, or view, it'll appear here. Before I continue, I'm going to look at the chat and see if there are any questions or comments. Yeah, DID is amazing. All right, so you're introducing yourself. If you haven't joined the course, it's too late to join now, since we're ending week 2 and starting week 3 on Monday. So you'll have to, if you want to, take the course next time, which will be next year, but there are other courses that you can take on the site that are AI generated. Oops. Why am I here? All right, so these are the tools that you explored very briefly. At least you were supposed to just go through them very quickly in about 2 minutes, just go through, or less, just to get an idea of what's there. But you did a lot more, which is very, very good of you, because you did want to learn. But you can't learn, in just a few minutes very much. But you'll have a chance, as I said, to create your own activities. So Magic School and then there's DeFit. How would you say from your exploration, what would you say is the main difference between Magic School and DeFit, or maybe differences? If you could add that in the chat from your exploration. I don't know, for some reason the chat's coming up really, really large, and I can't seem to minimize it. So I'll go ahead here. I see that there's some comments there. Magic School has more tools. Do you think so? Maybe. I don't know. I never counted it, but it does seem like it has a lot. Yeah, that's the first impression I got too. And then options and opportunities again has more than 80. Oh, you counted. All right. Good for you. That's great, Barry. Okay, that's wonderful. If it's not there, it probably doesn't exist. Okay, generates content that I use to create H5Ps, but you can also do that with DeFit. Okay, scrolling and scrolling. Okay, so you'll have a lot to choose from. All right. The main difference is the worksheets. Okay, I don't know if you noticed that. Did you notice that about the worksheets? DeFit has worksheets because it's geared for that, so that teachers in a face-to-face classroom can actually print them out for their students, and they can be used in a face-to-face environment. You can do the same, of course, with anything on the internet by turning it into a PDF file, and you can print it. So that's not a big deal. But they have templates that I think are kind of nice if you're interested in templates and you use templates, especially for reading and writing. And NotebookLM, any comments about that? NotebookLM. It's by Google, and I think Google is really trying to compete very aggressively with others. There are some more such tools. And yes, I think, can you have Google in certain parts of the world, or is it banned, for example, in Russia? Is it banned? Okay, you really have to customize it, definitely. Otherwise, it's too difficult. You can also ask for one voice. You don't have to have two voices. Um, conversation which might be difficult for some students. So perhaps only have one speaker. And sometimes they overdo it and they add more information than is actually there in the source. So that's a kind of hallucination. Sometimes it's correct and sometimes it's just incorrect and it's not accurate. That's the kind of thing that AI tools do. They usually add more, much more than we need or that we ask for in the prompts. And I think this is where critical thinking comes in. You have to go over it and remove what's, something that you didn't ask for. For example, sometimes ChatGPT or any other tool will add fluffy things, and the language will be very fluffy instead of being direct. So you have to ask the AI tool to be more direct and simplify its language. Oh no, I'm surprised that you can't use it in some districts. Is that because it's Google? Even though some schools do have contracts with Google and they get everything for free. Okay. All right. So yeah, there are some schools that still don't accept it. But I think teachers, I forget who mentioned it, one of the participants mentioned that we need to be ahead of the game. Our students are using it, and we don't want to be left behind. We want to be able to communicate with them on the same level and not have students know more than we do, or use technology in ways that we are not aware of. So yes, notebook, first of all, LM is a bit difficult, so we do have to customize it to suit our needs and make sure that the source is appropriate. Now, Otter AI, and I'm talking about the free versions because most of these tools also have a paid version. But the free version of Otter is really, really amazing because it can transcribe everything for you. Even this meeting can be transcribed using Otter AI. You can connect it to Zoom. But I think it's important for our students to realize that they're able to also, and it's good reading practice, listening and reading to be able to get voice to text. And then I've added a few, I think I have something like 20 AI tools that I developed through ChatGPT. One of them is AI for ELT. If you're interested, these are all free and they're under my name, Nelly Deutsch. You'll be able to get all the AI tools that I developed mostly for the work that I do on Moodle. And then there's Mizzou. Many of you have started working with character. Character and Mizzou are very different because Mizzou, by the way, how many of you have used Mizzou in the past? It's a chat bot that you can develop for your students at their level so that they can have a conversation and you're in charge. In other words, it's not like Riff bot where you reflect and no one sees your reflections. So I'm looking at the chat, even though it's huge for some reason here. Never used it. Okay, great. So this is your chance to try Mizzou. I'm sure you will love it. But remember, there's also ChatGPT, and students can use their phones in the classroom. Another new feature that just came out with ChatGPT is that now you can get for free, I'm just talking about the free version, you can get both information that is not always correct with ChatGPT about any topic, but you can also turn on the blue world circle icon, and then you'll get real, authentic sources. It's now a search engine as well. So I think Google search engine will have to be careful since ChatGPT may just take over, even though a lot of people don't know about it. So I'm telling you so you can know. And there aren't any ads or marketing the way there are on Google. So again, here are the hosting platforms, your activities and resources. And I hope that's clear. If it's not clear, the idea is, what do you do with the activities and resources? Where do you keep them? I mean, you've added them to the course, but you want them to keep them somewhere so that you can use them with your students. That's the idea, to develop activities and add resources that you can use with your students. So I'm glad you're not familiar with Mizzou because you're going to be overwhelmed by it. It's really, really nice. So this is Moo DIY, the free, and I think this has to do with competition because there is something called Moodle Cloud, which you can have for about a couple of weeks, and then they ask you to pay. But right now, Moodle Sites is completely free for as many Moodle sites as you want. I created 2 Moodle sites for free just to see what they have. You are not a real admin of your Moodle site, but that's okay because you have everything that you need. You just can't add plugins, which on the free version at least. So try it out. There's a video here that you can watch later on when you're going over the slides. I just want to review again. None of you have used this feature yet, unless I'm mistaken. I haven't seen anyone use this. But you don't have to use an external tool to screen share. You can use one straight from the editor. So if you want to and need to use a screen recorder, which you will have to, all you have to do is just open up the editor and you'll see record screen right there with your camera and the screen. So has anyone tried it? Because I think that no one has. No, you're not able to request plugins, but they have a lot of things there. Try it out. That's the disadvantage, of course. But you can't request these on on Moodle Cloud either. I think they're trying to compete with Moodle Cloud for some reason. So they've made it completely free. So try this. It's there for you. You don't have to go to Canva. You don't have to go to Screencast-O-Matic or anywhere else. And if you need more time, let me know. I can extend the time. But I think right now it's about 20 minutes, but that's something that I have control over. So let me know if you need more time or will need more time before you get stuck. Of course, you can also use it on your phone if you're using your phone during the course. But it's only on Tiny MCE editor. It's not on Auto, which is the other editor that you can use on Moodle. Any questions so far about the editor? Yeah. Yes, Kevin, it's a screen sharing tool. Not just, sorry about that. What I said, I meant audio and video for screen sharing. Yes. You record your screen with your camera and voice, just the way you do on any other screen recorder, such as Canva, Screencast-O-Matic, or Snagit, which is what I use, or Camtasia, or okay, or Zoom for that matter. Zoom also has a screen. Actually, I'm sharing the screen with my voice and camera. So it's the same thing. It's a new feature on Moodle. It's not an extra feature. It's not a plugin that you need to add to install on your Moodle. It comes with a Moodle installation with 4.5 only. Okay, it just started now with the latest Moodle. So it won't be available in the previous ones, and it's only for Tiny MCE. But your admin, and I also have another video for admins on how to enable it, not install, but enable. You have to enable it. And again, we're using Generico to share links. So make sure that you share the links this way, but you don't have to share YouTube or Vimeo. You just copy, paste the link, and it'll be embedded automatically because the message area is responsive to only YouTube and Vimeo for now. Hopefully in the future, it'll be responsive to anything. Progress in the course. Now, many of you are lagging behind, which is understandable since we all have jobs besides this course, and we're busy with life and work and so on. But try to do a little bit every day. 10 minutes a day will ensure that you're on target and you do not lag behind. 10 minutes is not a long time. It goes really fast and you can get a lot more done. Don't go over 10 minutes so that you don't get frustrated if things don't work. So 10 minutes, that's it. Yes, thank you, Elizabeth. Generico is part of Moodle. And if you have Poodle, you have generico. But your admin may need to enable it and fix it. Okay, and if you can send your admin my way, because there's a way, I've got a few videos on how to do that. So the completion progress, I think I made a mistake there. I just noticed now, progress, the R is missing in the guess, progress. Make sure that everything is baby blue and not royal blue. Royal blue means that you still need to do the activity, or I need to grade it. So please let me know if I miss an activity to grade it so that you can go on. I've opened up week 3, so you don't have to go into week 2. In order to go into week 2, you have to complete week 1. But if you complete week 1, you can also go into week 3. So you can do it that way, go into week 3, and then come back to week 2. The feedback, if you're stuck outside the site and you can't get in, you can't log in, please share a screenshot. You'll be required to add your email so that I can get back to you right away. Okay, so don't wait. If you're stuck for any reason, don't think, oh no, this is my fault. It's not your fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, but I can help. So please send me feedback by clicking on the pink feedback. And if you do get stuck, there is I think it's really short. Let me see how short it is. Yeah, it's a 2-minute video on how to make sure that you don't get stuck. So if you can't, for some reason, your session has timed out, all you need to do is go into, if you're on Chrome. By the way, how many of you are using Chrome? Because this only happens on Chrome, and it only started lately. So if you, for some reason, cannot, you're on the site, and then for some reason, oh, it happens to you, great. I mean, not great, but on Chrome. If you use Chrome, then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so if I forget, remind me. I'll take you through that. And please ask. Okay, ask questions. If you want me to go somewhere on the site, Nelly, please check this. You haven't checked it yet. Did I do any, is something wrong? It's generally nothing is wrong. I probably didn't check it yet. So please send me the permalink. In the discussion forum, you will see at the bottom of the discussion of your post a word that says permalink. Click on the permalink and share it with me so that I can get back to your discussion, the exact spot where you are, and check your work. Okay, so look out for that. And unsubscribe if you're getting too many emails. Okay, so this is the, again, the QR code for the presentation. In the site, and everybody can see it, right? Okay, I'm going to go into the course, and maybe I'll get logged out, and then it'll be authentic. No, it didn't log me out. Okay, what happens? You go into View, okay, on your screen. On View, you will see Developer. Does everybody see that? Let me know in the chat, yes, no, if you see the Developer, because I'm not sure you can see it on the screen. Is that a yes? Okay. And then you go into Developer Tools. Do you see Developer Tools? Developer Tools. From Developer Tools, you click on that, and then you get this. Now, this everybody should see because it's not a pop-up. Okay, and then you go into Clear Site Data. Does everybody see Clear Site Data? It's really fast, so it shouldn't take you long. You go into Clear Site Data, click on that. Does everybody see Clear Site Data? It's in the middle under Storage. So you should have Storage, and then clear site data. Click on that. And then it cleared the site data. And it didn't take you out of everything. And then you go into the X. Does everybody see the X at the top right? You hit the X to leave this clear site data. Okay, and here you are. Now, if you're out, you'll have to log in again and it will work. Okay, so here I am. Notice now I'm going to click on continue. I'm in. It's that easy.